Welcome to the Sharpham Estate in South Devon. This is the first anniversary of Wild for People. Year one has been absolutely amazing. We've seen recolonisation from the adjacent land of crickets and bird species appearing in greater numbers. And the next phase as we move on will be to create an environment in which even more species can return. Part of what we're doing to the land is actually just leaving it alone, not grazing it, not interfering in any way, not putting any chemicals on it, just letting it settle. And as a consequence, what we're seeing is a greater abundance of seed producing flowers and plants, and also a greater abundance of insects. Because of that, we're seeing more birds that feed on those things, and because of that, we're seeing more birds that actually feed on the birds that are feeding on those things. And that's been really exciting to observe. Rewilding is about making space for nature and wildlife. Imagine the view behind me as a silken tapestry made up of threads, cross threads. Each one of those threads represents an individual species. What's been happening over many years is that we have been losing species, losing threads one by one. At first it doesn't affect the tapestry, but eventually it will. Eventually the tapestry will collapse. We're at the point now where we can do something about this. We can actually re-thread some of those threads. We can bring back those species. That's what rewilding is about. That's what Wild for People is doing. That's what we're doing here on the Sharpham Estate. As we go into this year, 2021 and beyond, visitors to the Sharpham Estate will see an impact. There's going to be new fencing introduced so that we can allow eventually stock to roam across the estate. There will be level crossings introduced along some of the public pathways. The level crossings will be set in favour of the grazing animals so that they have free rein right the way across the land that we're looking after. This is really important, and we're going to be asking people to, as they come to those gates, to go through, open, close them behind you as you go through, because it's really important that the animals are allowed to roam as they wish. Sharpham Wild for People project is about engagement with the local community and a wider audience. Part of that is about engaging citizen scientists. So everybody can play a role in helping us record the wildlife across the estate. And that's what's going to be rolling out in the next year and beyond. The fantastic thing about this year has been witnessing that increase in species abundance across the site. We're very excited about that, but we're on a journey. And this is part of a rewilding program which feeds into a national picture. So increasingly now, rewilding is becoming a phrase that's being used and a technique that's being used to make space for nature across the UK. And we on the Sharpham Estate here are part of that.